Hello, 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 everybody. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. All right, so Bitcoin is on fire right now. Just gonna give it a few minutes for some people to get on, and then we'll go from there. Man, Bitcoin is on fire. I slept through all of that in the afternoon today. My sleeping schedule is really messed up. I sleep between 9 a.m. and about 5 p.m. every day. Just because I'm up like watching the market, and Bitcoin usually does something when the market closes. So it's like, all right, I gotta be up for these dates. Unfortunately, I'm not really getting any sleep lately during the night. Wife is not too happy about that. I'm always just like up so late at night, and she's up during the days. So we're kind of swapping right now. But hey, you know what? If you want to get that crypto money, you got to put in the time. Crypto is 24/7. You don't get to pick and choose, and you don't get to work 9 to 5 like everybody else does, or like most people do. You have to make sure you commit to the market. And if you commit to the market, you will be heavily rewarded. The bear market season, that's where you can actually just go do something else, go on a vacation. Like during the bear market, I was kind of taking it really, really easy. I was just like, I moved into the new house. We went to Rome, went to Belgrade, I went to Canada a few times, watched a lot of movies. But near the end of last year, you got to get back into the market when you see it start to pick up. There's only a small window that you can make an immense amount of profit. So you have to invest and commit to the market. You have to make compromises. You got to work a lot more. That's how it is when you're a day trader. It's not, ding, 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 the bell rings at 9 o'clock, market opens, and then 5 o'clock it closes, or whatever time it is. 9 to 4 or something, or 8 to 4. It's not like that. 24/7 crypto. You got to commit, guys. And now's the time to put in a lot of hours. Okay, so let's get right into this. Welcome, everybody. Today is March the 13th, and Bitcoin has done some crazy stuff while I was actually sleeping. While I was sleeping today, Bitcoin ended up doing another 11%. And so funny that I was going to consider shorting it somewhere around there. Like somewhere around there. If I had shorted it, yeah, maybe I would have been able to scalp it. But a long-term position for like today, I would have been destroyed. So thank goodness I didn't short it. Did I get an opportunity to add anything to my stack? Unfortunately, I didn't get to add as much as I wanted, but I did get to add 2.5 Bitcoins at $21,400 right on this one over here. And I also added $20,000 of Algorand. So all in all, I ended up adding about maybe $72,000, about 75K, which is really nothing. And Algo didn't really go up either. So let's talk about Bitcoin first of all. Bitcoin from an Elliott wave perspective is really uncountable. But what we can say about Bitcoin is that it made a parabolic drop to the downside. And usually with the parabolic drop, let me just draw that better actually. With the parabolic drop to the downside, there's going to be a V-shaped correction like that. So it's always how it is. For example, in 2017, it did that as well. And usually when we finish the entire wave structure and it finds a top or a bottom, it'll V-shape. We just have to remember that anything that goes parabolic, it's going to correct like this. What does parabolic mean? Parabolic means when you take 2 points and then the slope increases on the next one. So this is sloped at a specific angle down, but the next one is actually sloped even more. So it comes down even steeper. So that's a definition of a parabolic rally, where the angle changes as it goes up or it goes down. And right now, from an Elliott wave perspective, it's literally impossible to even guess what wave structure this is. Some people have said this to me, where they said like, this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 3, this is a 4, and maybe that's a 5. But then I say to them, well, there's no way if this was a 5-wave structure, and then this was an ABC, like that. But then now I'm thinking to myself, holy crap, maybe it is. Maybe it was so bearish that the B wave barely retraced. And that's possible. Think of how parabolic down this is. Like usually you would want a retracement to like 382 or 0.5, but this one only hit to 236. And then we think about this and wonder, is it really possible? And yes, it is. Wave C barely made an extension of wave B. I think it's like not even a 1-to-1. So we have to consider that it's possible that this happened. So if this actually happened and occurred where the correction is now done, this means that we're attempting an impulse wave to the upside, right? This does not seem like the structure of a B wave. A B wave does not go this parabolic, okay? Let me talk about the structure of a B wave. A B wave happens after the rally, okay? It happens after the gigantic rally. So we got a wave going up. So the B wave, I'm just gonna, I apologize about the formatting of it. So the B wave is a counter move to the downtrend that corrects after an impulse wave. See that? A and then B. And B does not ever act that bullish. Like it's really rare for it to act that bullish. Sure, it can have like a running flat and it can go that high, but that usually means that B does not come down as much. So then B just goes up a little bit higher or barely or even double tops. And then C could like barely get to where A is, or maybe it goes down a little bit more and it's kind of like a running flat, right, is what they call it. But in this case, what we're getting is like a deep parabolic retracement and a gigantic spike up. So it leaves you to wonder if this guy is going to happen next, this C. So let's just look at Bitcoin again. Do you see what I mean? We don't know if right now this is actually like a B and then there's another C coming down or C coming down or B still going up and then it's going to make a running flat. We don't know that. Or is it possible that it's already done? Now, this is a very likely outcome considering the bullish nature of this wave. So we take a look at it from the perspective of time as well. This one here took 91 days to rally, and now it took about 18 days to correct. So is that really possible how 18 days to correct versus 91 days to rally? I don't know. It doesn't sound reasonable. It sounds like it's too bullish if this was the actual case. So I'm not really sure if we're going to break above it or not, but we have to look at some of the signs right now. We take a look at it from the perspective of, for example, let me go to BTC USD, the all-time. And I've got some interesting things to point out about the BTC DOM and especially the alts as well, so stay tuned. Let's first of all look at it from the macro perspective of a 200 moving average. We completely smashed the 200 moving average on the 4-day, and on the daily, we fell below it, and we're now way back up above it. So that's very bullish, I would say. But it still leaves us with this weekly EMA of 200 that just doesn't seem like it wants to break right now. We're facing another resistance again at the 200 EMA, and that's a major one to identify. So if you go all the way back here to July, we're now in some major resistance ranges. So if we break above there, man, I would be really surprised. So just to give you an example of how bullish we were, okay? We were so bullish that we had this long time running resistance from around here. No, not there. I'm going to go back to normal Bitcoin on Binance. Okay. So we had a resistance from over here. Look, right there. Do you see here? Right there? And then we got like here, this entire range is a resistance and also around there as well. Okay. And what ended up happening was we just smashed above it. Like this was supposed to be a resistance zone, like around there. But we just completely broke above it. Like it was nothing. So we're breaking a resistance from like September, man. That's ridiculous. Even some bigger ones that hit back here as well in July. That's how bullish Bitcoin is right now. So on every time frame, we're looking at a mega bullish trend. But If you look at it on the bigger picture, even on the weekly, we're hitting that 200 EMA. So it puts me on the fence right now of being really cautious and not really wanting to day. This has been a really difficult month to day trade. There's no denying that. And if you also look on the weekly is also at the 55 EMA as well, combined with the 200 EMA. So looking back at the all-time index, you're seeing both the 55 and the 200 moving average hit here. So it's really difficult to say that we're going to break. This is the critical moment where Bitcoin is going to decide to do something. We're almost at a weekly possible death cross where the 200 moving average ends up going on the top. So that's not good. If it ends up going on the top, we could face some massive bullish or bearish pressure. But right now, if it continues the way it is and the 200 EMA stays at the bottom, we're going to have another third wave going upside. Someone requested the monthly chart. Monthly chart looks pretty damn bullish to me so far. Okay, the monthly chart is trying to break above the 55 EMA. The reason I use 55 is because it's a Fibonacci number. Just like the reason I'm using 8, 13, and 21 as well. They're all Fib numbers and they make sense to me. Because Elliott wave theory has a lot to do with fractals and also Fibonacci extensions from the way the fractals move. For example, they move at a 618 ratio for certain waves and 1618 for other waves. So on the monthly, it looks pretty bullish, but there's still that resistance of July and the resistance of the 55 EMA. But other than that, everything's looking great. Like the weekly is still trending upwards. This could make a curvature kind of down and then straight up. I think the 2-day is recovering now. Nope, not yet. Is the daily recovered? Yes. The daily took a gigantic step upwards. So take a look at that. See that histogram difference from here to there is small? Actually, from this one to this one is small. This one to this one is bigger. This one to this one is huge. So the momentum is actually gigantic. And if we take a look right here, right now, I'm just going to pull up 3 white soldiers for you guys. So 3 white soldiers looks like this. It sounds so racist, 3 white soldiers. So 3 white soldiers looks like that. 1 green bar, 2 green bar, 3 green bar, and a major pop to the upside. Every time we see 3 green soldiers or 3 white soldiers, there's a small retracement and then boom, to the upside. It happens all the time in the market. 1, 2, 3, maybe a small retracement, and then boom, it goes to the upside. So what we're seeing right now is this exact formation. Here's 3 as well. Sorry, let me just pull in my window. So here's 1, 2, 3, and it pops to the upside. If you take a look at Bitcoin on the daily chart, we're seeing 1, 2, 3, right? So if this closes like this, it's going to be freaking really, really bullish. This formation is like a boss. Let me show you it in real time, what this guy did, okay? For example, here, it's pretty much 3 solid candles that you see, and then it just keeps going. So the first one that we saw at the beginning of the year, I called it was bullish literally at the beginning of January when I saw this formation. 3 white soldiers. So 3 white soldiers, we see that, and then this ends up blowing to the upside. Yeah, oh yeah, I definitely called that. That was a good call in my group. I remember, look, I'm just giving myself credit. 3 white soldiers, boom. This was posted on January the 12th. So we're seeing it again, guys. It's hard to refute that. Would you agree? So right now, I'm on the fence about what's going on. I missed my opportunity of adding $500,000 because I was an idiot, okay? Here's my fault. Sometimes if you wait too long, you can't see everything. Okay, I'm just waiting for this to hit the golden ratio down over here. Right? It never hit it though. So I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, I'm gonna definitely trade this, okay? I'm sorry, I'm gonna add to my portfolio. But I never looked at the 2-day. The 2-day chart, what ended up happening was it showed a gigantic hammer candle like that. And then I didn't even notice that. Not only was it a gigantic hammer candle, but it was a candle of volume and importance. It was the highest volume candle of the entire year on the daily or on the 2-day. And I didn't notice that. If I noticed that candle combined with the volume, I would have added it right then and there, but I'm an idiot and I didn't do it. So I missed an opportunity. That's all right though. So alts right now, they're on the fence, just to summarize, because of the weekly 55 and the 200 moving average that's acting as a major resistance right now. And that needs to be really clear on the bear side. On the bullish side, we've got massive momentum, RSI's all increasing, MACD is increasing as well. Price action is looking really bullish. EMAs are trending bullishly. There's 3 white soldiers. So when you weigh which one is more likely to win, the answer is we don't know. But let's be prepared when something does happen. So if something does happen and it breaks above this high over here, okay, you got to be ready, right? Who cares what's going to happen? All that matters is what you decide to ultimately do. What you ultimately decide to do when the event occurs. It's a matter of planning. So when it does happen, you're not just going to sit there and be like, crap, what do I do? Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it break that key region, and by a little bit on a higher time frame, like say on a daily, I'll let it smash that resistance right there. But it has to be by a lot, by a good amount. And I'm talking about like one full daily candle close above it, right? Or even like a 4-hour at least. I'll wait for a 4-hour close above it. Okay, let a candle close above it. So there's a candle that now closes above it. And then what you do is you wait for a retracement. So after this candle closes above it, you're looking for like a lower time frame now. By the way, it can't just be in the middle like that. It can't be half on the bottom and like some at the top. It doesn't work like that for a close. A successful rejection is a higher time frame candle with a wick that pokes down because the bears have attempted to drive it back down, but the bulls defend and pushes it back upwards with a wick. That is a successful defense on a higher time frame. Okay? And then what you want to do after that is this is on the 4-hour, by the way. You want to go to a lower time frame. So let's say you go to the 30-minute time frame now. You go to the 30-minute time frame and you wait for a pullback. You wait for a pullback and you hope that this right here, this pullback region comes like this in a pattern. Okay? In a pattern such as triangle, right? That would be great. Or perfect ABC pattern. Okay, you would want like a perfect ABC type of pattern, so then you can catch it perhaps on the C wave down. But if it's in a perfect pattern such as a triangle, then you want to play the breakout of the triangle. And then the next thing you can also do is breakout or breakout. Okay, a breakout may come in just the form of like it's hammering, right? It's hammering at that resistance. So you let the pullback happen and then you buy it on the breakout. So this is a very advanced type of trading, by the way. It's not for amateurs. Amateurs buy on this breakout and then they pray. They literally pray they don't get stopped out. What a professional does is they let it break out. First of all, they wait for confirmation. So step 1 is you let the breakout happen. Step 2 is you wait for confirmation to happen, right? And then step 3 is you wait for a retracement to happen. And then step 4 is you play the retracement or the breakout. So it's literally 4 steps that a professional will take to ensure more confirmation rather than an amateur that just buys right here in the breakout. And then his strategy is going to be, or her strategy is going to be like, I'll buy on the breakout and then I'll just stop myself out really quickly at 0.5%. Well, you might be doing that like 100 times, man, before you actually get the breakout. That is not how you play breakouts unless it's a gigantic green candle and your aggregate trades, this right here, your aggregate trades is going crazy. Okay, that's where you can play the breakout. But before that, you probably want to not take the chance. So this is how I'm going to play it. I'm just going to wait. And then what am I going to do if it doesn't break out? So that's the other alternative. Okay, if it doesn't break out, then unfortunately, I'm probably going to sit on the sidelines for a while. And the reason for that is because I had a very successful January, actually from all of November to the end of February, so about 4 months, I'm up like $180,000. Wasn't the best for me because in a bull market, I'll bring in like $250,000 a month or $300,000 a month consistently for the entire bull market because it's easy to make $10,000 a day when you're playing with $500,000 and it's a bull market. It's really difficult to be wrong in a bull market when you go long. So unfortunately, I'm going to sit back on the sidelines and see if there's going to be another pattern that forms. And I'm probably just going to try to scalp small things here and there. And if we don't break it, I want to be clear that there could be a massive, massive correction and consolidation that's going to occur for a long period of time. So other than that, I want to talk to you guys about alts. Alts did not rally at all as much as Bitcoin did. So today's only Monday. And if we go to, for example, weekly gainers and losers, we'll see that like some alts rallied, right? But nothing really significant. Okay, like some did. And I have proof too. So some did. Let's go to like Sol. You know, Sol did really well. But if you think about the highs of where they were, okay, well, it's only retraced a little bit. It's only retraced like 0.5%, 50% of the high. If you look at AVAX, like from the high, it only retraced like not even 382. If you look at AVE, from the high, it only retraced like 382. These are my portfolio coins. That's why I'm going over it. If you look at DOT, it only retraced 382. If you look at Ethereum, it's the same level as Bitcoin, where it almost made 100% retracement. If you look at ADA, 382 retracement. So none of the alts actually got carried. In fact, this is what happened. Instead of the alts getting carried, the alts got sold off. This is always what happens to in a bull market when Bitcoin recovers, okay? This is every time. This is what happens. If you believe that both Bitcoin and alts recover at the same time, you are wrong, okay? And the reason you're wrong is because every time Bitcoin finds a bottom, people sell off their alts and then they inject it into Bitcoin. And then the Bitcoin market goes up a tremendous amount, and then the alts kind of stagger behind or go with it a little slowly. Despite alts having a higher beta, what a higher beta means is it's compared to, like alts compared to Bitcoin, every time Bitcoin moves, usually alts will have a bigger movement. So for example, if Bitcoin drops 10%, alts will move more than 10%. That's what a higher beta means. But in this particular case, it's got a lower one, just a temporary one. And these alts, they stay still or they move barely anything. So what happens is the Bitcoin, it ends up skyrocketing in price because people are selling off their alts to put it into Bitcoin because that's the gold standard. They want to hold Bitcoin for long term. And then when Bitcoin starts to find the top, people start to sell off their Bitcoins. And then the market dominance, it actually starts to go down. And then it gets injected, that profit money from Bitcoin's massive rally, they use that money from selling off Bitcoin to put into alts. And then alt season begins. That's always how it happens. So for example, here's Bitcoin dominance to show you. So on the 10th here, you're seeing that the Bitcoin dominance was at 42%. That's exactly when Bitcoin was moving, right? And then now what you're seeing is Bitcoin dominance went up 5% from 42% to, well, it went up like 3% based on this, but I'm talking about 5% from where it was. So it went from 42.8 to 44.8. So you see Bitcoin's dominance just skyrocket. And what does that mean? It means that alts are being sold off. That's why you're not seeing these alts move a significant amount. So I don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin, but I really hope it breaks. Hope is not a strategy, but I want it to break this current resistance of like 25,300 because I'm itching to add more to my long-term portfolio. But another instance is if we get another low, like let's say we get a low of, 15K again or even to 19K ranges, a lot of people would be happy because they're going to get an opportunity to accumulate even more at a lower price. And they're not going to miss their chance, right? So anyways, I think I'm done today. My pre-workout's kicking in. I'm on day 14 of 90 for my body transformation. It's freaking crazy. What I'm doing is I'm taking my skills and discipline from day trading and I'm applying it to everyday life as well, which is now getting into shape because I've got a vacation to go on in the summer and I've got a wedding, so I want to look good. I want to feel good. So now I'm challenging myself to see if I can apply the same principles and skills I have from trading to fitness. And I'm on fire, man. I've lost so much weight and I look like a different person. I know it doesn't seem like it to you guys, but man, I definitely feel a lot better. Anyways, I'm going to take a look at some questions. And by the way, guys, if you are not a part of my Discord group already, there's a flash sale right now, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys about, I do this once a month, as you guys all know. I completely forgot to talk about it. How do I use text here? Boom. So there's a flash sale right now. You guys should definitely check it out. I'm going to post it in the description. Oh, wow. It's so hard to get this in the window here. So anyways, there's like a coupon right now and a flash sale. I only have this once a month where I let 5 people in. And it's on sale right now. I meant to say 40% off. My apologies. So there's a 40% sale off right now. It's normally $17.50 for the lifetime Discord membership and my bull market strategy guide. But right now it's on sale from $17.50 to $10.50. So there's only 5 slots a month. That's it. And people fight for these. They usually get sold out in like 1 or 2 days when I start talking about it a lot. I know for a fact that the Discord group, you're going to get tremendous value from it. Not only that, the bull market strategy guide is like 27 hours, 51 lessons, and it's so well structured to help you prepare. And if you didn't get it, like in January or February, now's your chance to get it for really cheap. And you guys start studying. If you want to be successful, get in the mindset of Team Philakone and join us in the Discord group where we trade together and share ideas, because the ultimate goal is just to all help each other make a shit ton of money. So check it out in the link below, guys. I'm going to read some questions. Yeah, Deniz, thank you very much. Hope you guys like the content that I'm providing. I'm going to try to stream pretty much every day now during my pre-workout when it's kicking in. That's the best time because I have a lot of energy, you know? Today I'm going to go like bench press a cow. Okay, maybe we trade sideways for a... Sean, one thing that we never do, Sean Salim said maybe we trade sideways for a while. One thing we never do is trade sideways after a parabolic move. It just doesn't happen. A sideways market happens when there's like a linear move, a slow linear move, and then we stall. But man, parabolic rallies, they don't just go stale. You know, something happens after. It keeps going up higher or there's a sharp drop. That's usually how it is. Seeing BTC rally really hurts today since I'm not in a good shape to get back to the market because of my losing streak. Sierra, I think you ended up asking this yesterday, right? You were talking about it. Yeah, I gave you good advice yesterday. Walk away. Walk away. You're not even close to out of the game yet. If you're like day trading and you're losing, maybe it's time for you to like join our Discord group and also commit to buying a good course. I'd say mine's pretty good. Right? That's why it's designed. Like, I designed it to help people not lose. No, alts moving is not a sign of weakness, MRink. Alts moving is a sign of how Bitcoin dominance is going up and people are taking the alts and putting it into the Bitcoin market instead. This happens every single cycle, so don't be worried too much. It's all right. Don't worry about it. You can buy Bitcoin. You can buy groceries with Bitcoin. In Canada, you can. Actually, I got a card. It's called ShakePay. It's an app called ShakePay. And I just load up Bitcoin on it. And I cash out the Bitcoin, which costs me 0.5% only. And I just tap it on everywhere I go. That's how I pay for things. I pay for it with Bitcoin. Literally, I just cash out like a few $100s at a time for whatever I'm going to spend. And the tap limit is like $2,000. And I just go anywhere, just tap it. I definitely buy groceries. I buy everything with crypto. I have $350 in my bank account. That's it. $350. My wife has less. She's got like 200 because everything we carry is in USDT or crypto. We don't believe in banks. F the banks. I think that's kind of it. I don't smoke anymore, Hot. I quit smoking 13 days ago. Juan Jose, it's up to you, man. It's your money, your risk, your decisions, your wins, your losses. You can buy whenever you want, man. right? It's not a simple answer as buy now or not buy now. It's a matter of you should have been caught up in the market and you should have like been researching the entire time for the past month, and you should be able to finalize this decision yourself. If you have to ask other people when you should buy, I'm sorry to say, but you're going to get destroyed in this market because you're not putting in enough time to stay caught up or be informed in the market. So I don't know, man. It's up to you. Greyhound, you can do whatever you want. If you want to short in a parabolic market, like, that's stupid. You think you're good enough to fucking go into a short position when there's a parabolic move to the upside? That's just stupid. I'm sorry to say. Why would you consider shorting right now? And why would you even consider longing? You missed it, bro. You missed it by 25%, Greyhound. Why the hell would you want to long it now when we're so close to a resistance? If you missed it, suck it up, right? The FOMO is not going to help you make money. The FOMO is going to help you get wrecked. So no, it's not a good decision to long it or short it right now. There's nothing you can do about it. This is too late. The only thing you can do now is watch to see if it breaks the resistance, or maybe we're going to reject it really hard. We get a downtrend, and then we short the continuation of the downtrend. AK67, why is my course just about bull markets? What about bear markets? Well, I do have two courses. One's called the Masterclass Course Version 2.0. That includes pretty much generally both bull and bear markets. And then the other one's the Ultimate Bull Market Strategy Guide that focuses specifically on the bull market. Why am I talking about this one? Because we're in a bull market right now, bro. It's a semi-bull market. Nobody's going to buy a bear market course when the prices are going up. That makes no sense. It's kind of like, why would anyone buy a bull market course like in 2022 if I release a bull market course? Nobody's going to buy it. You sell your courses, you recommend your courses based on the season that we're in, right? That makes more sense. Guys, it's a bull market. You guys should all buy my bear market course right now. Get ready for the next bear market, 2029, guys. Buy it now. Yeah, 2029. That's really funny. Yeah, Greyhound, I appreciate you taking that feedback to heart, but it's the truth. If you're asking somebody, when should I buy, when should I sell? Bro, you should have been absorbed in the market for the past month. And if I had to summarize it for you, the answer to have bought it probably would have been in January. It probably would have been close to the golden ratio. And now if you want to enter again, you're going to have to wait until a breakout to confirm a higher high, man, or another massive dip. That's the truth. Yeah, let's be ready, Samuel Lo Piano. Okay, so I appreciate you guys coming in. My pre-workout's kicking in right now, guys. I'm so high from pre-workout. I'm going to go bench press my 5 cats right now, my iguana. So this was a really good video. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. Make sure to, guys, pick up. I'm serious, man. This bull market strategy guide, like, it's going to change your life, in my opinion, just because of how much effort I put into it and how much it's going to help you develop your psychological fortitude and how you're going to manage your risk and your emotions. And then you combine that with like deadly strategies that work. Like you can only go up from there, right? It's only going to add to your skills. So if you're going to get one of this course right here, there's only 5 slots. So get it, guys. I know for a fact you're not going to say like, I regret buying this. I know it's a big investment, but man, you know what? You're investing in yourself, first of all, and with one of the top traders in crypto, I would say. I'm definitely pretty good and up there, and my teaching skills is really good as well. So, yeah. So anyways, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to go start working out now. I'm starting to sweat. My body's tingling. I'm ready to run like 5 kilometers right now. Ah! See you guys later. Bye now.